Hello and welcome guys to episode 6 of Enigmatica 6. Okay, episode 6. Let's do this. Alright, so we're going to be cracking on with bees again. We've got a fair bit of work ahead of us as far as bees are concerned. Since the last episode, I've just gone ahead and put all the flowers in the each of the little bee pods here and set up some wireless redstone just using the redstone receivers and the redstone transmitter. Everything's ready to go for the bees. I bred up way too many bees. It's been an ordeal, as you can see by the time in bottle. Yeah, we're up to 5.5 hours almost, so it's been a thing. So I've also gone ahead and set up a couple of like mutation chambers here so that we could start, like we did with our quartz bee over here, start mutating some of the different bees, because our ultimate goal is to get ourselves to a netherite bee. Now, a netherite bee requires a Gaspie and a diamond bee. So with diamond bees we can do, that's no dramas. We've got a few of those and we can continue to breed them. That's no worries. Gaspies, on the other hand, are a mutation of a beeper and a blaze bee, and that'll give you your Gaspie. So I went ahead off camera and got a bunch of those guys mutated up. So you can see we've got 4 in here, and I've got a spare one over the other side in the little bee chest. So what we'll do is we'll get these guys in here with some diamond bees, and we'll start breeding up our netherite bees. The only other issue we're going to run into with a netherite bee is that it's going to require wither roses, which is going to require us to fight the wither with a bunch of mobs in there, so when it blows up it'll get us some wither roses. Hopefully that's how it works in this mod pack. If not, we'll work it out as we go. So the next thing too today is it's going to be all good and well having our bees set up doing their things, but we're going to need a way to extract all their resources. And those little tiny centrifuges that we've got, these bad boys, just they don't cut it. We would need an army of these things. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack into the multi-block centrifuge. So there are 2 tiers of this. There's an elite version. I've used this version before, the multi-block, and I think we'll be fine. Maybe if we had apiaries set up and we were smashing through with the apiaries, then we may need the elite. But I think for now we should be fine with this. So fairly cheap, just a bunch of iron really. That's just going to eat into our iron stocks a fair bit, as you can see. But that'll be fine with 1300 iron there. So I think that'll be our first things. This episode is getting those bees mutated. We'll get the bees into all their pods. And then I'll get the centrifuge built and in place. And then, yeah, when it comes to the logistics and sorting it all, I'll cut back there and we can knuckle through that together. Okay, and I'm back. So we've got all our bees into their little houses. Check this out. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm really liking this clear glass, especially once all the bees pop out. It looks really cool. So I realized that we didn't quite have enough, well, we didn't quite have all of the bees that we needed. So we were missing gold. So I had to breed some gold bees up. We're missing tin, what else? Tin and nickel bees. So we bred those up as well. And then, yeah, of course, not enough space. So I've just gone ahead and put in the bee pods over this side. Still got some decorating to do in here, but we'll get there. We got sooty bees over here. Yeah, like I said, nickel and tin have been bred up. And then along this wall here, we're going to go with our non-overworld bees. So anything from like the nether or maybe the end, that sort of thing, will go in here. So we've got quartz in this bad boy, and we've got Gaspies in this one. So we were going to chuck blaze bees in here, but there was a pack update. So I've updated the pack, and it has changed flowers for the blaze. So instead of I think before it was, what was it? I'm trying to think. Well, brain fart. Anyway, it has changed to magma cakes. So magma cakes aren't too hard to make. Oh, yeah. So we can definitely make these. I know I've got some crimson roots. We've got everything but the magma cream buckets. And that's just fluid encapsulator. Encapsulator? Wow, that was hard. Encapsulator, so we just melt that down. I think we've got to make the magma cream first. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got a few steps that are going to be involved in getting the magma cream. But once we get there, we can get those cakes together. As you see, this looks really cool once all the bees are out. How awesome does that look? They're all out, just doing the thing. So what I've actually had to do over here as well is we've got a tier 3 noisy bloody bees. We've got a tier 3 hive, so we can fit 8 of the stone bees in here because we're going to need a lot of stone generating for our next project. But anyway, let's crack on. So we've got our centrifuge. It's all in place. As you can see, it needs power and it needs a few things done to it. And take a look back here. We've got all of our ender chests in, just collecting all our goods. So you can see this has been running for quite some time. Oh, that is so loud. I apologize for that. Yeah, so we've got quite a few items here, and we're gonna just use the ender chests, I think, to feed the goods into this bad boy. And then if we have a look down here, we've just got a few little tunnels going over to where our piping's going to be running. So what I might do is quickly just get some power cables and the refined storage cables run over, and then we can start plugging this bad boy in and getting some crafting happening. Okay, here we are. So we've got the cables run down here. That didn't take very long. All right, so what I think we might do to start with is we'll, if I can reach, we'll chuck a importer on the bottom there, and we're gonna import straight into the system that way. Where is our cables? So we'll go straight into the system like that. Come on, come on. There we go. And we'll bring you across. There we go. So that will be importing everything from in the system. We're obviously going to have to put some stack upgrades and speed upgrades in there, because that's going to be a thing. What we might do. So we got this muffler in here. So as you can see, I've got the campfire sounds turned off. I had dispensers turned up a little bit just so I could hear them. We might have, yeah, here we go. Turn off, enter, exit, and beehive work. We'll just turn all those off for now. That way we don't have to sit here and listen to them going blub, 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 blub. Okay, so yeah, we'll put some speed upgrades and stack upgrades in that bad boy. Once we get there, and we might have to... I think. Sorry for the clicky noise. I got to stop doing that. We might head up the top here first. So I was going to put the crafter down the bottom, but I think we'll put it up here for now. So I'm going to void the honey for the time being. Now I know that's a bit of a waste. We can just use this liquid trash can, and we'll sort something out to do with the honey a little bit later on. I know they all have different potion effects, so they're basically just free potions. But for now, we're just gonna get rid of it until we've got a better way of dealing with it. Whether we turn them all into maybe into bottles, and then from bottles we can craft the honey into blocks, and then we can store it as blocks. And when we want to turn it back into bottles, you can do that pretty easy. But that's something, like I said, we'll look at that later. So for the honey, we'll grab these, and we've got mechanical pipe fluid. Yep. Rid of you, and we need you, and we're just gonna go like that, and that is pulling. So actually just pull straight out, dump the liquid straight in there, and that's that taken care of. I went ahead and made us an advanced logistical transporter, so it's just a little bit faster. We will stick you, I guess, like that. You know what I haven't done? Bees. Yeah. Okay, so we need to make that yellow. So I set the network for the bees, for the ender network as yellow. Which, you know, makes sense. You know, honey, all that. Grab you. Feels so slow. I've been running around with that crossbow for so long that just like running at normal speeds is it feels so slow. We want you, and you. Open that up. There we go. And then we need to set this to... Cool. There we go. And that works heaps fast. There we go. And you can see it's voiding the honey as it comes out. So that's perfect. This works nice and quick. Way quicker than what we were getting before, right? So we're going to let this run for a little while and just get us a whole bunch of items as far as like the gold chunks and this sort of stuff we can auto process. That's fine. It's the nuggets we're going to have to deal with at some point. But it's when the diamond and the redstone go through, it actually gives us chunks. And so we got to craft those chunks into the ores, and then we got to send the ores through to process those, which will be nice and easy. What we might do actually is grab that and that. We might process these ones up. See, there's a redstone chunk, so that's what we're after, and the diamond gives not a... Yeah, there we go. And the diamond chunk, so they'll take a little bit of time. Actually, hindsight, I probably should grab those out now. As for the rest of these, lapis will be the same. So lapis will give us chunks. So we'll stick that there. That. Grab that. Appetite. Okay. Mana and... Oops. Come on. Oop, there we go. And then the rest of it. So we're going to end up with a bunch of like random things like cinnabar, mana. So we can make mana powder from... Botania, so when we get into Botania, that's going to be awesome. But yeah, and then appetite as well, which, you know, make fertilizer or whatever. I haven't used appetite in years. Okay, so we'll let that run. We will stick... Let's stick you here, hey? Or... let's clear... Add a little bit more because we're going to want to put an exporter and a importer on this bad boy. So I think we can probably... Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. We're going to put one on this side and one on that side. So this is where we use our advanced ones just in case later on we need to do a little bit more crafting. So we will grab this. We'll go new recipe. So as you can see, one redstone chunk will make a redstone ore, which is freaking awesome. And we want results to crafting operation to go to the output buffer, apply, and then same with this. So lapis will do the exact same thing, give us lapis ore, apply, and then get you and apply. And then once we get diamond, so I've still got to find what's it called, the slimy bee. So I still haven't managed to find any of those biomes where it spawns. When we get a slimy bee, we can get our emeralds, and then the emeralds are the same process that we have to go through here. So if we grab, what do we got here? Exporter, import. So we want to export out view, and then from here we're going to want to import into the system. Let me grab that. Like that, and there we go. And we are exporting that, and that. And then when we give this power, it, as you can see, it's sucking them in from in the system, so we might as well chuck those in there. And if we give this guy some power, where are you, Mr. Power Cables? Thank you. Let me just jerk you across like this. And as you can see, she's importing. So it's gonna be really slow as far as importing back into the system, because we need, like, so we need to get a bunch of speed upgrades made for all of our importers and exporters. But that's it in a nutshell. That's it automated as far as that is concerned. Now the rest of it, this is going to take probably back up and take a while. Yeah, so we're definitely going to want stack upgrades and import Yeah, okay. We might go do that now. I'm just going to go craft up a bunch of speed upgrades and a bunch of stack upgrades for these. Because we don't want this to bottleneck like this. We want this to be able to just rip out stacks as quickly as we can. Because this is going to bottleneck pretty quick over time. But yeah, alright, so I'll go grab a few of those little bits and pieces and see what we can go from there. Okay, and I'm back down here, so we've got our upgrades. So in that time, it managed to just unblock its bottleneck. So maybe we don't need to actually worry about having these upgrades in here, but yeah, we're gonna chuck them in anyway, just in case. I'd rather have it just come in and out of the system as fast as possible. Same deal with here. We'd just chuck stack upgrades. Like I said, probably not necessary, but you know, why not? And then for here, I don't think we should actually need to worry about the importers, the exporter, sorry, too much there. And yeah, this is all doing its thing now. We've got our chunks coming through, and then as the chunk makes it into the system, it should make it into here, maybe. Yep, there we go. That happens so quick that we definitely don't need to worry about that. Excellent. All right, so this is up and running. We have now just automated our resources, well, parts of our resources anyway, with bees. So the next step is going to be bee. I'm gonna have nightmares about bees. Oh yeah, so these guys here, I thought that these mushrooms had to be on netherrack, so I put them down on the whatever the netherrack is, or the mycelium that comes from the Crimson Forest. Yeah, no, it turns out the Gaspies mutate that stuff into dynamite. So I came back and this entire enclosure was just dynamite floor. TNT floor, sorry. Dynamite. Yeah. Alright, so let's take a look in the system and see where we're at here now. So we go, say, chunks. Not chunks. It is... That's not how you spell that anyway. Yeah, it is chunk. So we can see that our chunks are coming in nicely now. We've got quite a few. Coal. I think coal's one of those. Another one we're going to have to put. We have a look. Does that go to... Yes, that goes to coal ore. Alright, so we'll quickly chuck coal into the crafter as well. Chuck you in. There we go. Why? Oh yeah, and we need you in the importer as well. Exporter, sorry. Well, and there we go. Just put up. That happens super quick. Actually, maybe we do need this to be. There we go. That's heaps faster. Excellent. It's probably overkill, but you know, we want to do a thing. And I have to say, I really, really like the way this room's turned out. I think it's awesome. Too bad the bees aren't out more often, but you know, can't have everything. Okay, so we're gonna want to grab our ores. So the 4 items that are coming through in ores at the moment. Redstone and our diamonds. So you can see you don't get a lot of diamonds from this. So we've got another way to generate diamonds a little bit later. We don't need all of this in our inventory right now. Go away. So to start with, we're going to want to pulverize some items. So we're going to chuck that into the interface here. Just like that. And that is just going to grab whatever it can from the system. So I believe it does it in order. So that's why I've put the coal at the end, because we always want the coal going last. So every time a new iron ore, like if I chuck this all back in, we quickly have a look. It should, once the redstone in the system runs out, it should grab the diamond, do the diamond, and then go back to the redstone. If I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, we need upgrades for these bad boys. So let's go stack. Let's 2 of those. Missing So we need sugar, don't we? We have honey bottles? We should have. Makes 3. What do you guys make? Nah. What about you? Nah. Let's see if we can make 2 stack upgrades. Okay. Oh yeah, that backed up real quick. Alrighty, leave it with me. I'll quickly get some stack upgrades and we'll fix that up. And then we'll continue on with our processing. Okay, so we got that sorted. So if we grab, I don't know, I made 4 of these. We chuck those in, and then like that. There we go. Oh wait, that's staying. Oh yeah, it's gone. And done. And we probably should do the same. Yeah, we'll chuck those in, and we'll just chuck a stack upgrade here. I don't know what we'll be using for this at this point. Alrighty, so that's got us that taken care of. So if we go to ores, there is no ores. They should all just come in and out. Again, now that the bottleneck is gone, we probably, like, that will work itself out fine. Like, we're only going to be having like 1 or 2 ores come in at a time, and as they come in, it's just going to do its thing. So it shouldn't build up like that again. But with the upgrades in, that saves us. So the next thing is going to be automating the chunks. So if we have a look at our chunks, so we're definitely going to want iron, copper, gold, tin. Tin's definitely one of them. Silver is definitely one of them. Osmium, for sure. Aluminium we don't have. Nickel we do have. Look at all these other chunks we've got in here. I don't know where all these have come from. Oh, the potassium and that, they're all... I didn't know had emerald in there. Zinc. I don't think we've got zinc. So I think this is all we need to worry about metal-wise for the time being. So exactly the same process. If we go into here, we go iron, copper, gold, tin, osmium, lead, and nickel. That leaves us with 2, so heats that up pretty quick. And these things just, oh, they just cook so quick, so we've nothing to worry about there. And then with the upgrades in here, it'll just rip through it, no dramas. I knew this was going to be a problem. So we're out of power. Start to build up again. Yeah, so I was just thinking when I was outside collecting some honey jars from the other bees outside, I was thinking, oh, we are gonna run out of power. There's gonna be a thing, and it's a thing. That's gonna be our bottleneck from now on, I think, is our power. This shouldn't. I don't know what's drawing more power now. None of these are running. The power should have increased. Oh, it is. It's slowly going up. There we... Oh, no. Every time it kicks in... How do we break this? There we go. No, it's drawing power real quick. What is that? Oh, you know what it is? It's because we've got all those upgrades in, I think. That's okay. Don't worry about it. we'll sort that out afterwards. So what do we need now? So I think we're good here for the time being. So we've got our bees are in place. They're doing their part. We've got our centrifuge in. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with the way things worked out. So what I might do is I'll leave the next section of what we're gonna do here for the next episode, because I've got to sort this power issues out. So I'll diagnose a bit of that over the next episode, and then yeah, I might get the honey cakes worked out, the magma cakes or something worked out for here. We've got to fight a wither next episode as well, because we need those wither roses. So I've got a little bit of work to do between episodes, guys. But yeah, pretty happy with what's happened today. Okay, guys, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much once again for coming along to this crazy, crazy bee adventure of ours. One more episode of bees, and then I think we'll we'll sink our teeth into something a little bit different. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked what you saw in this video. And I stream over on Twitch, so if you're interested in seeing what we do over there, the links will be in the description below. But once again, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.